how do you plan on responding to this situation, no matter if you're an extrovert or an introvert? Hey, I'm Jason Cheney, one half of a husband and wife team, and we're dedicated to helping you reclaim your physical and financial health. So as we all know, the whole world is in pretty much a quarantine now. We're all in our houses, and how are you handling it? Like, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. So like for our house, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, Cece's an introvert. And we're both handling this differently, but it's interesting, we're both kind of in the point of where we're tired of being cooped up in the house. And she loves being in the house, so it's really funny. But, so I'm gonna just talk about me. And so for me, this is more challenging, staying in the house, not only being able to leave certain days, not having those freedoms of just being able to go walk out and wherever I want. Because back when I was over 500 plus pounds and couldn't leave, it was like torture for me. It was like I was in my own private jail at home, not being able to leave. So when I told myself I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this weight off, to get in a healthier state of being, and be able to get out of the house so I'll never be stuck in the house again. And now fast forward 2020, we're all on a self-quarantine at home. And it's been hard, and I even seen depression and anxiety sneaking back up. And so just want to talk to you about that, because this is some of the things that we need to always be aware of, the things that are going through our mind, how are we feeling, and what can we do to actually control that. And so one of the things I did yesterday, I made a decision. I was like, you know what? I've downloaded a couple of books. I need to get back to reading. I need to occupy my mind. I don't need to be focused on just the negative gloom and doom that's going on. And most of that is being marketed to you. And so I ended up deciding to read Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. If you don't know who he is, he actually wrote this book during the Holocaust and actually talked about his experiences, what was going on, and how he stayed positive. And so I want to actually read this quote to you. I actually highlighted this reading it last night, and it really stuck with me. And it says, "Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess, except one thing: your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. You cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always control what you will feel and do about what happens to you." And that was real powerful to me, because right now we all have lost control of a very key aspect of our life. No matter what country you're in, no matter what your race, ethnicity, religion, everyone is in the same situation in the world right now. And so how can we show up? How are we gonna act? How are we gonna treat people? And that was one of the things that, I wanted to be a better person during a time like this. I want to be able to show up as a better person during a time like this, because there are people who are not in good situations right now, whether it's economically for not being able to work, or people who have lost loved ones from this. Like for instance, one of my friends called me last week and was like, "Hey man, I'm really sad. I lost two of my friends, that was actually here in Medellin at one point last year." And so it is starting to hit close home, and that depression, that anxiety can start to pile up. And so what are you going to do to actually make sure those things don't take over your life? And so whether it's reading a book, there's a lot of free programs online right now. A lot of people are offering different things, different courses. Just what do you plan on doing? My big thing right now, what I'm doing is I exercise. So when I see too much of my mind going negative, or I'm starting to feel low on energy, or just feeling a little down, or even after I'm watching the news or something, just to try to get some updates to get an understanding of what's going on, I go and jump rope. And Cece and I, we use weighted jump ropes. So like I do a 1.5 pound jump rope, and I do that until I am so tired that everything else, that anxiety, that depression, it doesn't matter anymore. And so having nothing to do with that, if you're someone who is looking for an opportunity right now that's been affected with everything that's going on, shoot us a message. I'd love to send you more information about the opportunity that we have available, and have a great day. Ciao.